Hello there, and welcome back to episode 7 of The Land of Good and Evil Season 1. We are back at Justice Paint, and a look at that hospital reminded me of the happenings of the last episode. We had a run-in with several monsters in the lower side of the cavern. Our monster hunters that we employed from various different factions, neither the wizards nor the enchantresses were willing to do anything about this. I'm not too happy about the performance, but I heard by now that monster hunters are notoriously known for not doing their stuff. So, we got ourselves a lot of people hospitalized, and there is also the Sunny Cult, the pretty much only church in town, demanding ever bigger temple complexes. I mean, this is probably the earliest temple complex that I've ever had to build. I mean, it's not that I have insanely much experience with that game, but, 29 of 37 people are into that cult. That's insane. That being said, we're going to have some work on the infrastructure today, and since I don't trust these filthy monster hunters, I have decided to set up something on my own. We have by now access to enough limonite that we can just make our own metal and our own military. So in a nutshell, that's what I'm up to, because I'm done with these buffoons not getting things done the way I want it to get done. But until then, well, we still have to wait until people are back on their feet. I also have ordered the construction of extra beds there because I figured probably there's more people currently in need of a hospital treatment than I know of, so at least the artifact from Doomed no, I won't pronounce that in Dwarven tongue. Dweller clasp, that's more like it. The most interesting question will be, what will our good friend Doomed build? Because, he retreated from, or he withdrew from society. That means he'll end up legendary in the necessary profession that is linked to that job. So, an iron amulet sucks. That means our good friend Doomed is now a legendary metal crafter. If it would have been a armor, he would have been a legendary armor smith. Ah well, we had our chance. But what do we have here? Well, we got a artifact reminding the foundation of this place. I like that. So let's do one thing. Since I have to get a very, very early temple going, we're going to utilize the high value of that thing by putting it on a pedestal. This is by no means a smart move, The thing is, you're basically presenting it for theft this way. So you gotta be careful about that. I somehow feel as if all my miners are currently injured. Is that the case? Yeah, here we have a miner. Here we have our woodcutter. Not a miner. Engraver. Alright. Why is no mining job getting done? Let's see. What are the miners doing? They're making items and they're storing stuff in stockpiles. That's quite odd. Is that such a low priority? Right. So turns out this fortress must have more work than it gets done. Ah, here we go. Finally, the limonite has been excavated. All right. And we found some gemstone. So all in all, the mission of Justice Paint is coming along quite nicely. We're getting, we're setting up shop. But what's really a problem so far is that the depths down here were more pain than anything else. We really didn't do ourselves any bigger favor with the whole Slayer apartment and whatnot. So let's put up a stockpile zone for them cages. I think I don't have one yet. It's always good to have a place where you have those critters stationed at. Alright, so let's head back to this temple. Ah, finally I needed that little last nook to be removed, you know. Alrighty, so we're going to pick up limestone blocks for that. I do love the fact that we got limestone here as the dominant flooring material, because limestone, as a flux stone, is worth more than the average stone. Therefore, in a nutshell, we can amp up the value of these buildings way easier. That's what I'm trying to get through here. So, let's put up one display here. And we're going to approve that petition. Not that I like to do this, but, you know, we got to do this. Alright, back to the smelters. We got plenty of iron bars already. That's good. How many do we have, actually? 16. Well, but we got plenty of charcoal from the expedition, so... let's order the smelting of, let's say, 10 times limonite ore. Currently, I'm not automating it because I don't have a satisfying surplus of stone income. Therefore, I'm taking things slow here. So, usual things. We're applying the engravement jobs, although my engraver is still lying on the hospital bed. I really hope that nobody will be claimed by death. But checking them out, nobody here is dehydrated or anything, so... I really hope that this will work out in the long run. I mean, we got all the people on their jobs, on their respective jobs. It just sucks that we have to bring up so many people here, you know, for these jobs. Usually my hospitals at this point of the game are, if they are present, staffed out with one dwarf for every profession. 2 people for every profession, that's unheard of. Okay, so we're going to, well, here, there it is. We're going to place that thing down here. This is, well, it's a rather rash move, you know. We could easily get robbed for that. But, well, currently it's a pretty nice quick fix for our problem here. So, alright, the Hellhound is somehow enraged for whatever reason. Okay, so the next big goal is to set up the gear for my first real military squad. So we're going to set up the necessary jobs. So let's see, Iron Helm, Iron yeah, Iron Breastplate, Iron Gauntlet, Iron Leggings, and Iron Greaves. I don't know if I really need both, but I keep doing both. And Iron High Boots. And let's go for the Iron Short Swords as the military approach. So this will be a one-time delivery of nice stuff here. We're going to bring up some Iron Shields. Let's hope they're not going to get busted too quickly. And this will take us a while, you know. Probably we should bring up one extra job here. Oh, come on. Are anvils seriously other objects? Jeez. Whatever might be the case, I'm issuing the order here. I want to create 2 more anvils here so we can amp up the amount of smithies quite easily, you know. Let's see. Our wood stockpiles are empty. Also, a witty and attentive person in the comment section noted that I am lacking a corpse stockpile. Yeah, that's why nothing down there gets cleared away. So thanks for that. It took me just a while to finally remember that this was a thing I meant to still do. Alrighty. So let's do the daring experiment and see if I put up a small squad here, let's say. The Butcher, that sounds like the perfect person to create a new squad with. The Keys of Chance, I like that one. And we're going to pick up, well, Siege Engineer, that sounds equally useless. And we're going to go for a new barracks zone down here. We're going to have their training in this area. there's food and drink in the vicinity, beds, and everything they require. It's going to be actually pretty good. So the next step we're going to see... Yeah, I'm going to let them wear their uniforms accordingly for now. And now they go for constant training, and hopefully they'll get boosted up a tad bit. The goal of this is just to have a standing squad down here, which has the capability to fight back the critters. If my people that I have here, the Monster Slayers, as soon as they are willing to join our fortress permanently, which will eventually happen, I will have a lot of extra people to put into combat, you know. Until that has happened, we'll have to wait, I guess. Alrighty, those iron anvils, they are currently for me the most important thing, because this way we can make sure that we can pump up the amount of forging work, because you see, I really want to get forward here. By the way, a nice trick to use the anvil directly. You see here it's right now tagged and it can't be moved, just forbid it for a moment and it gets untagged. While you're pausing the game, you can then assign the item again for building jobs or whatnot. Find that a pretty useful thing. Sometimes the dwarves claim things that I personally don't agree that they are claiming it, you know. Maybe you are with me at that point. Right on. So, let's see. I want those anvils, and I want them to be done ASAP. So, I am, in all honesty, quite happy how the industry is proceeding here. The only thing I'm not too happy with is the amount of dwarves that I have at my disposal, and the amount of hospitalized people. I still have the feeling as if, yeah, Chief Medical Dwarf has injured herself. But the other people here, they are not any assigned people for the hospital duty. So, there's not enough cloth and thread there, so that might be the issue, huh? So, let's see. What about the planters? Or legendary planter is already on the work there. So, we're going to keep going with... Oh, we got greater hemp plants available. Alright, I gotta check these at some point. But for now, we're just reducing up the pigtail production here again. We obviously have enough seeds to get the ball rolling, and we obviously don't have enough cloth production in the first place. So, let's keep going, I'd say. Oh, well, I still feel as if we could use a loom more or something like that. Oh well, we'll see. We'll see about that. A great grizzly bear. Now that's effing scary. Oh my god. Yeah, great. I feel spontaneously super happy about the fact that A, I'm currently gearing up some soldiers, and B, I'm also seeing a few things that I can hide behind, you know. Jeez, that's scary. Speaking about which, we haven't completed the area here. So today I'm really a little, you see me a lot more conservative. We've had so many losses there, and the hospitalized dwarves are really not cool, and more people are arriving in town. Well, that's actually pretty cool for us. I just don't know if we have enough bedrooms for this purpose. This is the only question that I have, but we'll see about that. Oh, whoopsie. I really do like how the city is looking like in the bigger picture now. Those larger rooms, they really make a nice atmosphere here. They give this fortress a less claustrophobic feel. And I do like that. One day I want to make a fortress which has less dwarves and more accentuated bedrooms and everything. So basically the idea would be a fortress which has way more individualization, you know. But, well, let's see when that'll happen. For now, it's chop chop, we need more apartments. But luckily, our entire economy, if it didn't last for many things, it did get me through the food and drink stockpile production. So, well, I still don't have no underground pasture. I need to change that. I really do. So, we got new creatures here in town. New migrants, new creatures, you know the drill. And, well, underground pasture. Well, let's dig a hole down here and just make it happen there. Since I broke through the lower layers of the caverns, there will be always food for the critters. There's a lot of work that we need to do on the surface here next as well, because we need to get the defenses going, and I think by now we actually got enough production, enough people, enough workforce, everything seems to be in place that we should be now capable of putting a proper seal on that area. Because currently I'm really afraid what this mod pack does to me. You know, so far the caverns have not been insanely dangerous or anything like that, but they also were a lot more dangerous than before. Also, well, admittedly, I think it was just me relying too much on very, very unreliable monster hunters. I just meant to do this for one time, you know. Shame on me that I thought that these creatures were good for something, but I think if I want to have monster hunters effective in any way, I need to crank up the whole business differently. But, well, I got plans, I don't necessarily got the resources for them, you know, that's that. Speaking about plans and resources, check this out, or forges are forging, isn't that nice? We probably should make sure that they got themselves some extra fuel for the work, you know. There we go. The anvils have multiplied. Right on. So I'm somewhat afraid now of those grizzlies on the surface, admittedly, but you know, we got to get our logs, you know. Doesn't help. Unless everybody here is still hospitalized, so I somehow feel not right about this. I feel as if the chief medical dwarf here should be somebody else. Here we go. It feels as if, due to the fact that one of the doctors is hospitalized herself, nothing gets done here. I don't know if I'm wrong about that, but I'll just make sure that somebody else takes the job, you know. Probably that'll help, because for some odd reason, nothing, no treatments and nothing got done here. Probably it's also the resource, lack of resources here. Thread cloth and soap are required, so let's make sure that we create some of that. If we can't do anything, you know, at least get these things done. So we require an ashery. Oh, looks like we're out of buckets. And we need a soap maker's workshop. So let's see. Bucket. Can we make in this mod pack buckets out of stone? Probably. Wouldn't be too surprised. Wooden buckets. So for once we can't make something out of wood, out of stone. All right, it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. So wooden buckets, they're insanely important in every economy. Oh, I already have a work order for these. Ha, I knew it. So probably we do lack... Oh, we do lack a barrel. Yeah. That's because I use rock pots everywhere. I don't have a barrel there. That's legit. So, does this work? Can I make a stone barrel? No. We can make stone gear. I surely want to try out that at some point. So we're going to make that wooden barrel the most important thing in the fortress. Ha! I wish I could. So we need to bring up a new woodcutter. The one that I got is currently unavailable for business, so let's hope we get something going here at some point. I mean, someday in the far-fetched future, we should be able to make cloth again. I mean, where does all the pigtail go, you know? So... I wonder if they're brewing it all away. That would be really tragic, because you cannot really set it up like that. But we could do one thing. Let's forbid pigtail here. Probably this will change something. Probably this will change something. And we're going to allow the stuff here. Well, I don't know if that's really bringing something unless I forbid those a bit more specifically. I wonder if the whole issue is that my stills are just brewing away the entirety of the pigtail. I wouldn't be too surprised if that's exactly what's happening there. Because, you know, the amount of pigtail that I'm producing should be actually enough for everybody. So, yeah. Let's see. Let's allow the stuff here on that stockpile. As weird as it might be, maybe it is a workaround that will help me out here. So plants are most weirdly enough found here. This is one of the problems that I kept struggling with since a quite long time here. So let's see what happens with that pigtail. I mean, really want to know. A hack shaman maid. Oh dear. Oh, it's those creatures again. Huh. Well, let's see how that'll work. Hack shaman maid is fighting. Has become enraged. So, well... Our fellas here, Tobul doesn't even have a weapon, but Unib has a weapon at least. Well... Oh, here it goes. So, well, we're going to attack that thing. Because I'm somewhat confident that... armed forces are capable of dealing with that, I wanted to say, but, nope. They're not. What the hell are these creatures? Alright, so, they almost took the thing with them, but, they're dead now. That's the bad news. Alright. So, memo to me, they need more training. Also, we really need more soldiers. Good gosh. I gotta say, this mod is really a lot different from vanilla Dwarf Fortress insofar as it really amps up the risk of all these things by a lot. So, oh, those fools still have their order. Oh no. Okay, now I see what's happening here. I'm killing people. Jeez. Alright. Doesn't help. We need to order some coffins. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's so on me. That's so freaking on me. I didn't know that the command would stay like that. But you know, is this creature now eating dwarfs left and right? Is that what's happening now? Do we need to put people back under the earth? I mean, this thing doesn't seem to fight unless it's bothered by somebody, you know? Oof. We have lost way too many good people today. And those creatures, they're still skulking around there. Alrighty. So we've, I guess we've learned our lesson. Why is there, again, somebody missing? Somebody mind telling me? Alright, we have to take care of that creature somehow. But I also, well... Alright, the pigtail's now in here. And, is the plant processing job maybe bugged? Process plant to bag. Oh, yeah, that's what happened. Alright. I never told my farmers to process the pigtail into thread. Now that can't work at all. You see, it's quite often something, how to say, easy to spot once you know what you're looking after. Oh, this thing. I mean, it seems to me as if we've beaten it down to a condition where it is no longer capable of killing people, but the outcome of this encounter is still grim and very, 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 very... Yeah, I'm lacking words. So, well, we're going to put up some burial chamber here. We've lost like 5 people today. That's way too many. Let's give those a proper burial, so that's the least we can do. And also give those guys up there some time to train their skills. So... probably finally our doctors will be able to work, though, when the pigtails will be processed finally. Once they will be processed. I bet the pigtails that I had were already went all back into booze again. But yeah. Luckily we got enough wild growing of these. So yeah, this is much more difficult than I anticipated. I mean, I do make a couple of really silly mistakes here. I do admit. This is totally, a lot of these things totally go on me. By the way, this guy needs to be no longer a woodcutter, so he's probably giving his axe free. Chief Medical Dwarf. Did I assign another down person as the Chief Medical Dwarf now? Yes, I did. Good God. So I gotta say, this place is something else. We didn't even manage to get anything here for the Happy Church together. Well, let's see. I am quite optimistic now that I found the problem in my cloth production. It's always the same, you know, there are so many tiny steps in this game and so many different industries, and it's not easy to overlook one of these. That's why I probably should grow myself a habit to use DF hack more and save up those completed work order tables, you know, the ones that already definitely work. But yeah, that's totally not me. Jokes aside, I'm really, really happy that this monster went away somehow. And let's see. All in all, though, I am quite shocked with the outcome of today's episode, because it was not really a good one. We've lost a lot of people for a not so cool experience. The people in the hospital could have been out of hospital already since a pretty long time if I would have found the mistake, or wouldn't even have made that mistake in the first place. So lots of things where I feel like there's room for improvement. But yeah, when isn't there? So, I mean, it's we're talking about Dwarf Fortress after all. This game is so darned notoriously complicated that a lot of people actually give up on it before they ever play it, which is a shame. I mean, this game's wonderful, but I, at the same time, totally get it if somebody is unwilling or incapable of picking this up, or both, because, you know, the UI of this game is truly, truly mind-numbing. So, let's do this. We got ourselves those tombs, just lacking 2, and there we go. So yeah, what a sad outro. But I think it's the best I can do for this episode. I mean, the good news is we're weaving stuff into cloth again. That means in the long run, yeah, look at it, people are already out of hospital again. So that was where things got stuck, and therefore our industries are rolling again. And, you know, at least that's a good news. But yeah, I feel properly bad about all this, mostly because I feel like most of these problems would have been so avoidable and solvable. Anyways, I thank you for watching. We're going to continue in the next episode. There's trade happening, probably going to go for bad in the next episode. So thanks for watching. Drop me your comments down below. Leave me a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and consider subscribing as usual. There's daily content coming up from my side, and you can hit that bell thing if you want to stay updated with all the stuff that I do. It's quite a lot, but if you like Dwarf Fortress and similar games, it is totally up your alley. So, I hope you're coming back next time, and until then, take care, have a good one, and see you there!